Hello. Welcome to part 2 of the Monday's lesson, your task 2, which is to write a specification of your USB holder. So I'm going to I'm going to share my desktop with you like so. And so hopefully you've successfully finished the product analysis, and I hope it wasn't too hard. Please chat to me in the chat box of the Teams if you have any questions during your lesson. I'll be available to answer any questions you have during your lesson, every lesson that we have. So moving on to the task 2, which is to write a specification of your USB. And again, we have done this. You'd normally do this before designing your product on SolidWorks, but again, because we have done it in a slightly different order, we are doing it retrospectively, which actually I always find makes it a little bit easier, but doesn't show as much development. That's why we don't do like this wheel anyway. So what is a specification? It's basically a list of all the things that a product must do and must have, and to be successful. So everything that if you wanted, I'm just looking at what's on my desk. The specification of a glue stick is to make sure for the product to be functional, it's got to be able to has to work, has to be able to be sticky and stick things. That's not a very good example, but anyway, you can use your Axis FM to help you make a list of these things. So thinking about the aesthetics and the function, some of the easy ones, and the safety, you can think about what your product must do to be functional. So it kind of says it a lot in the brief as well. So as the USB holder, it kind of says it in the name, it needs to be able to hold the actual USB mechanical bit of the device. So it's got to be able to hold that, otherwise the product is not going to function. Also, it's got to, in the brief, it will say that it's got to be aesthetically pleasing. So your design has to look good, otherwise it doesn't meet the brief, and then it wouldn't meet your specification point as well if you added that into your the function of your specification. So basically, for this section, and this task, what I want you to do is write a specification point for each of the Axis FM letters. So the consumer could be quite an easy one. So if you're going to be designing it for yourself or your brother or sister or mum and dad, don't just write me in that box. You need to tell me what it is about you, and why are you designing it for that person. Do they tell me something about that person, how old they are, give me a little bit of a profile on that person, what's their favorite color, why do you think they need and want this USB pen? Okay, so write a little bit of detail about that person that you're going to be designing it for. And it doesn't have to be one person, it could be a group of people. So you could make it a little bit more broad. So you can then, if you were to go and manufacture these USB holders, then your target market would be slightly bigger. So yeah, it doesn't have to just be for one person. So again, go through, have a look at those examples that are on the slide 8, and then you can write your design specification on the next slide, just like this in here, as bullet points, or however you want to design it. Really, you can do it in any way you like. I think that's about it. So I look forward to having a look at your slides. Don't forget to upload your PowerPoint at the end of the lesson onto Firefly so I can mark it. But the deadline, if you run out of time in the lesson and you haven't quite finished, you need to finish it for prep. And so the deadline is a week, basically your next lesson next Tuesday, I believe. Alrighty, thank you very much. Bye.